What is going on, Notre Dame fans? Mike Singer and Tim Hyde here from Blue and Gold with our final thoughts and observations and predictions video here. Notre Dame Cal. Tim, let's dive right into it. Let's get into your three keys to the game. And folks, please do hit the thumbs up on this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not yet. So, Tim, key number one here is it is Pyne time.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's definitely Mr. Drew Pyne. It's his show. The football's yours. Go have fun with it. So we haven't seen you since Cincinnati last October. I think it's like, where did he go? Correct? Because, like I told you, I rewatched the film this week from his snaps and some very good things, some nice efficiencies he does. Obviously, he led a couple nice touchdown drives, a couple big drops as well. Don't forget in that Cincinnati game when he had Kevin Austin wide open, which would have probably led to a 50-plus yard gain that would have got him down there into scoring territory. So some good things out of, Drew Pyne and rewatching him. And adding it when it's Pyne time, it's those other guys. There's a lot of dudes on that team that have played 2 games, have been on this 0-2 record. So a lot of guys need to step up when it's his time and go from there. But a couple quick things. Looking at stats from Drew Pyne getting ready for this game is number one on under routes, which I think he's very accurate in those in his games last year. He's 70% in that short, intermediate, quick game, the RPO game, the slants, the quick out, 70% in his passes last year in those. And then versus the blitz, fascinating. You think blitz, a backup quarterback would be not good. 70% the stats had him against the blitz last year. So with the PFF stats. So thought that was awesome. It showed him cool leadership, confidence, knows what to do with the football. And he's probably going to get some heat with a really good Cal defense this week. So I'm looking forward to seeing Drew Pyne. More importantly, dudes around him stepping up and making some plays, as we've noticed, Mike, in these first 2 games. The deep shots, they have missed by inches and inches. Those inches need to, fall into those guys' hands this week.
We talk all the time about a truck and trailer. I don't know if Notre Dame really has any trucks. So it's kind of just going to be on offense. It's going to be a group effort. Everyone just gotta help pull their weight a little bit. So key number 2 here, third down success looking offensively and defensively, Tim.
Yeah, now that we have 2 games under our belt, I never look at stats until a couple games and you start to see where they are, and some frightening numbers when you look at it, really, obviously. But this leads into the passing, correct? Some of the big passes, that they, gave up, obviously, in a couple of the 90-yard drives against Ohio State and Marshall that led to this. And then Notre Dame just has not hit big passes. And the third down offense, shocking numbers after 2 games. 119th in the country in third down offense. And on defense, 101 on getting off the field on third down, which, as I say, goes into efficiency. And the passing game efficiency, Mike, is 112, and defense is just like third down, 101. So you got 2 numbers in this modern era: defending the pass, throwing the ball, being wide open and aggressive, which, obviously Notre Dame being a lot of more 12 personnel and whatnot this year. But and you got 4 key stats all in the hundreds. Notre Dame needs to flip that script somehow, getting ready against Cal.
And moving to key number 3 here, Tim, is forcing turnovers against Ohio State, against Marshall. Notre Dame has not forced a turnover yet, with plenty of playmakers back there, but these guys need to step up.
Oh, I mean, without a doubt. It's, I was making notes. I just wrote down some of the main seniors: Brandon Joseph, Cam Hart, obviously Isaiah Foskey, Maris Leofau, and obviously Jason, Adamiola up front. These are main football players Notre Dame expects to be All-American types, NFL next level, first, second round type football players up there in that group of 5 I just listed. And obviously Brandon Joseph has been a first-team All-American, so he's been right there. And no turnovers, Mike. They are 113th in the country in turnover margin in 2 games. 113. But it's just mind-boggling, because as we've talked, this, Coach Freeman's been talking about a lot of, this guy's inexperienced and whatnot. A couple key parts, sure, but not on defense. Defense, they are loaded with upperclassmen, guys that have been in the battles against top 10 teams over the last 4 or 5 years and have played in a playoff game. So a lot of experience. And I know Coach Al Golden talked about this in his press conference yesterday, meeting with the media, talked about just continually just keep teaching it. And it's going to happen, but it needs to happen. And when you're ranked 113th, you got to flip the switch. And I think that's been a little bit of the issue as well with the offense. People want to blame the offense, Coach Reese, quarterback play and whatnot. But when there's no, as you know, Mike, momentum, there hasn't been any momentum for the offense. There hasn't been a quick turnover, a sudden change where offense has the ball, get momentum and put some smiles on faces. Notre Dame's had to travel 80, 90, 75 yards time and time again. So it's been a struggle for them. And the defense, the playmakers, they need to step up. And one key thing is probably one of the greatest playmakers in the history of Notre Dame football is going to be there on Saturday. And I started thinking about this, the top 3 guys. And I'm like, you got Manti Te'o is going to be there Saturday. Probably arguably Notre Dame's had great football players, but obviously the most celebrated with award, defensive player in the history of Notre Dame. Mike Backer with 7 interceptions and the number 1 defense in 2012 that took them to the title game. And hopefully he's able to give those guys a quick 30-second roundup. And I know they're going to appreciate him there, but I'm hoping the little sprinkle of Manti Te'o and his playmaking ability rubs off on these upperclassmen and they rally and have a great game against Cal.
So, Tim, kind of a non-related thing to the game is Notre Dame putting names on the backs of these jerseys. I thought was kind of interesting. Do you have much of a reaction to this, Notre Dame doing this for a non-bowl game?
Win the game. I don't care. They can wear purple. All right. No, not purple. That's LSU, right, Mike? Yeah, don't say it, but hey, win the game. I like it. I like the green. I think it's sharp. And you know what? Last time they wore names on the back of the jersey, I believe, was Jerry Faust's last game because Lou Holtz stopped that tradition when he took over. So you're looking at the infamous 58-7 whitewashing against Miami down there in South Beach in 1985. So I like that. I think it's sharp. I'm a fan of the little gold trim on the numbers. It looks good. And I think the last time they wore these, they blew out Florida State, correct? A couple of years ago. So hopefully that's a nice little kick, but I'm excited. It's going to be cool. I kind of like the Irish wear green, the little mantra. It's been a big thing with the shirts. And if they're going to continue this once a year, I think it's pretty cool with the jerseys.
All right, Tim, we'll go ahead and get into prediction time. It's always my favorite thing here in Tim Hyde and how he comes up with his score prediction. And we'll pop up Odd Shark here as well. Its algorithm says Notre Dame round that up 33-25. So I would think that's a pretty high scoring game for the combination of Notre Dame's offense and Cal's defense. Cal having a strong defense, Notre Dame not having a great offense, but you look at the spread here opened up at 12.5. And now the number's hovering right around 11 and 11.5, Tim. So that's kind of the Vegas outlook and the projection there on Oddshark. Let's hear your prediction, though, Tim.
Hey, 33-25, right? Take it right now without anything. But no, some fascinating numbers. The Bear on ESPN's College Game Day, he always puts his, a lot of not predictions, but like odd stats out there in the country. And he posted last night on Twitter. Justin Wilcox, the head coach at Cal, is 21-8. I saw that number and it just jumped out at me. 21-8 against the spread over his time at Cal, where Notre Dame is 14-19 the last 10 years when double-digit favorites. So what I did, I was like, how do you predict this game, right? Notre Dame just win 3-2. We'll take it. But I just combined the two scores, Mike, and this season's been so wild and crazy. Notre Dame's got to flip it. We're going to flip the score. We're going to start over the first 2 games, get rid of it. And the score over the last 2 games, when you round it up, has been 24-16. I'm going to predict that today is Notre Dame 24, Cal 16. Notre Dame's going to get back in the W column and get ready for North Carolina after Saturday night. That's going to be my prediction.
Mine, for what it's worth, is Notre Dame 23, Cal 14. So you can find my reasoning for that in at blueandgold.com in our staff predictions article, and see what Tyler Horka, Todd Burlage, and Patrick Engel have to say as well. So there you have it. Mike Singer, Tim Hyde, both predicting Irish wins, but what actually happens on Saturday remains to be seen. So after the game, Tim and myself will be live on YouTube to give our instant reaction to the game. And then Sunday night, former Irish captain and linebacker Mike Goolsby will be live with us. So make sure you check that out on our Blue and Gold YouTube page. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you have not yet. And excuse me. And as always, we'll catch you next time.